Good morning to you. A tough morning for these residents here in the Bronx. We've learned a 34-year-old man has died from this fire. He was trapped in his apartment. A 56-year-old neighbor of his, who also lives on the third floor, was rushed to the hospital, hanging out the window from smoke inhalation. We're told that the top floor of this building here on Beaumont Avenue filled with smoke. You can see the apartments there are gutted. 8 other people are out of a home this morning, and you can see overnight people devastated outside their building. Literally, the damage from the fire and then the damage from trying to put out the fire has brought these 3 floors to the studs. Firefighters were putting out hot spots just in the last hour here on Beaumont Avenue. The state fire marshal also on scene trying to determine a cause. But we've been talking to the super of this building, who says the 34-year-old man who lived on the third floor where they believe the fire started worked at DoorDash. He had a scooter. The super said he never allowed the scooter to be held inside the apartment, but he knew that he brought in the batteries to possibly charge in his apartment. He believed that's what happened yesterday. As you can see from some of the video, firefighters actually recovered a battery from inside, putting it in a flame retardant bin and keeping it probably to pour over for evidence to see how this fire started. The state fire marshal here tracking where the flames began. He left within the last 30 minutes here. A number of people stood outside in the cold overnight with no bed to sleep in, clutching their pets, and sadly just a few bags of belongings that they could grab with them. And we know that the fire crews are telling us that the fire luckily had most of the damage on the third floor, but the damage from putting out that fire has this entire building uninhabitable. So that means 1 man has been killed from this fire. Another is in the hospital, 8 people displaced. We did talk to some of those residents. Listen.
Look out the window, it was a bunch of black smoke coming out. And when I came outside, whoever lives upstairs, he was hanging out the window. He was hanging out the window, he couldn't breathe, a lot of black smoke coming out. And I'm out of a home now.
My mama, she didn't even know what was going on. And get my pets out, my dog pets, which I love very much. Get them outside. Big commotion.
Back out here live in the Bronx, do you see these bags and the flat screen here that's laying right in front of the garage to the building? That all belongs to Antoine Carter, who you just heard from. That's all he could get out of his building, and now he's got to figure out his next steps, where to go, who's going to pay for this. He's got nowhere to stay. That's the story of 8 other residents who live in this building. Again, one 34-year-old man lost his life. He's described as being a humble, very kind, keeps to himself DoorDash worker who was just going to work, coming home, going to work, and coming home. And so they don't understand how this happened, as life changes in just a moment for these folks. But now they're all trying to pick up the pieces and determine what's next, as the state fire marshal is also still trying to determine a cause of this fire. We're live in the Bronx. I'm Calorama, Pix 11 News.